sequence.
Hey everybody, this is Keith here of Euphoria Pictures. Welcome back to my channel. Right, so I'm going to continue on with my 4K reviews of the Halloween movies from Scream Factory, and up next we have this horror masterpiece, Season of the Witch, Halloween 3. Now, anyone that's familiar with my channel knows that how much I actually love this movie. It's one of my favourite horror movies of all time, so you can imagine how excited I was when it actually got announced that this was coming out in 4K. So to get this finally in my hands is, it's truly, truly amazing. So we'll just talk about the packaging first before we get on about the transfer and the movie itself. It's the exact same as the other ones, comes in this hardened box, which I do love. The artwork is probably my favourite artwork out of all five, is the one that I could tolerate the most. There is a few features on it, nothing too drastic. There's 2 discs as well. Some of the features in it you get a commentary with Tommy Lee Wallace, you get a commentary as well with Tom Atkins, you get the standalone, the making of Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, you got Horror's Hallowed Grounds episode with Sean Clark, that's actually my favourite episode by him. Yeah, so you get a few kind of interviews with the makeup effects, Tom Berman, and some still galleries and trailers. So, again, just like most of the other releases, all the features on these we've had on previous releases, so no new features whatsoever, which is not a bad thing. Look, I got them for the 4K, and that's the important thing. So the movie itself, anyone that's not aware of this movie, look, we all, of course, like, there's no Michael Myers. And again, when this film came out back in the 80s, it was absolutely devastating. People were absolutely gobsmacked that Michael Myers was not in this movie. And I think people just instantly hated the movie. They didn't give it a go, which they should have done, because this film is truly special. I actually do remember seeing it back in the 80s myself. And even then, I knew that Michael Myers wasn't in this movie. I sat down, I watched the movie, and it's just a fantastic horror movie. Unbelievable. Just a great... I appreciate what they were trying to do with it. Apparently that, you know, they were going to kind of bring out... it was going to become like almost like an anthology series of movies. So every year they were going to bring out a new kind of Halloween tale. And I think that if this film did do well in the box office, I think it would have been a great idea, and we probably would have got some absolutely great stories. I think the one downfall they just made with this movie was they called it Halloween 3. If they just kept it a Season of the Witch, I think this film would have been better received back in the 80s. So yeah, the film, it's basically this man who gets mysteriously murdered in a hospital at the start of it. His daughter and the doctor that was looking after him kind of investigate further into his murder. That takes them to this small town of Santa Mira, where they find this company called Silver Shamrock, who specialise in mask making. And they find out the owner of this company, Conal Cochran, has a sinister plan against the children of the planet, basically. So yeah, it's a great story. It's a very unique story, and it is so brilliantly done with this movie. I thought Tommy Lee Wallace, his directing in this movie is absolutely amazing. You can see that John Carpenter heavily influenced his directing style. It does feel like a John Carpenter movie when you're actually watching it. I think it's a masterpiece of horror making, no question about it. We also get a great cast in this movie with Tom O'Herlihy, who plays the sinister Conal Cochran, and of course we have the ever reliable Tom Atkins, who I can't tell you how much I love his early 80s work with the likes of this movie, The Fog, Night of the Creeps, Escape from New York. Some incredible movies he has starred in, and he really is a fantastic actor, a very, very underrated actor. So if you haven't seen this movie, folks, just brush aside the whole Michael Myers thing, pay no heed to it, just take the movie as it is, and trust me, you are going to love this movie. So, right, the transfer itself. I said I'd done a video there last month where I'd done my expectations on these 5 releases from Scream Factory, and I did say in this video that this one was the one that I felt was going to let me down, just for the simple reason I think the Blu Ray is probably one of the nicest Blu Rays out there. I think the picture quality looks absolutely extraordinary, and I didn't think they could actually add much to that picture quality. Right, so I have watched it. The first thing I'm going to say before I say anything, it's just like the other releases. It has you've got Dolby Vision, you've got your HDR10, and you've also got your Dolby Atmos as well. So right, the transfer, it's great. It's a great transfer, no question about it. Right from the get-go, when you see the scene with the old man being chased in the junkyard, you instantly see this huge uptick in resolution, fine detail, and colour. Especially when you see the lights of the car, you really see that colour now. It really does, it just kind of sticks out a lot more now. Now, the only problem I had with it was when that scene cuts and it goes to the hospital where the old man ends up. I felt on this version the grain was a hell of a lot heavier than the Blu-ray. The grain is a lot more evident in this movie, especially in some of the interior scenes, particularly that hospital scene at the start of it. It was very, very heavy, some of the background grain, and it was a little distracting. I'm not going to lie, it kind of distracted me a little. But there's still the amount of fine detail you actually do see in this film is absolutely incredible. So again, the grain is there and it is heavy at times, but it's not there all the time. It's just for certain scenes. So yeah, I'm going to kind of, yeah, it's not going to really bother me, put it that way. So then I feel that when this transfer really kicks in is when they get to Santa Mira. And my God, when they actually first enter that town, the level of detail is extraordinary. It's amazing. Again, a lot of the exterior shots in this movie look insane, look unbelievable. The colours, the Dolby Vision, they just are so vibrant, so beautiful. And you will instantly notice that when you see that scene when they go into Santa Mira. The black levels are absolutely beautiful. They could have been a little bit inkier, if I'm being totally honest, but look, that's a minor nitpick. Shadow detail again is amazing. This film has a bit of a warmer polish and it looks a little brighter on 4K as well, which is actually strange because I find with some 4K releases their palettes can be a bit darker over the Blu-rays, but this one is actually brighter, which is quite nice to see. Everything that does this when it comes to colour, even the motel that they stay in, the pink doors and the frames and the windows is just a lot more evident now. It really is remarkable, the amount of fine detail you actually will see in this release. Yeah, it's just it's a great release. There's no question about it. You're not going to watch this movie and turn around and say, "Wow, this is a horrible looking film." It looks fantastic, no question about it. So the Dolby Atmos sound, it's very good. It really is very good. Just once you know what you're getting into with this movie. Look, you're not going to have a ton of surround activity or side activities or overheads. The overhead, there is some overhead scenes, particularly when you hear the rain at the start of the movie. That is clearly evident that there's massive overheads on that scene. But the surrounds and the sides are more for the kind of atmospherics of this movie. You won't get much more. Again, the dialogue in this movie is unbelievably clean. I even noticed in that, again, going back to that junkyard scene at the start of it, when the old man is actually banging on doors, it just sounds so much cleaner now. Even his footsteps. It just sounds unbelievably clean. So this is the audio is it's a monster upgrade over the previous release. We had a DTS 2.0 audio on the last Blu-ray. So naturally you're getting Atmos, you're getting so many speakers, and it actually sounds fantastic. The music in this movie, you know, oh wow, when the music does kick in, again, just like the previous releases, and I've said this in the previous videos as well, the music is just shooting through every single speaker in the room. And it really does sound amazing. It really does. So that's it, folks. I just wanted to get my quick review out for this movie. All in all, look, I am very, very satisfied with this movie. I wasn't, like I said, I didn't have any expectations for this. I didn't think it could, you know, kind of make a leap ahead of the last Blu-ray. And a leap it has made, no question about it. Granted, there is a bit of grain that's more evident in this release, but it's not there too often. And it's only it's only in a handful of scenes, and it will not distract you, trust me. So that is it, folks. That is it. So as per usual, if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you could leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of this incredible release. And I hope to see you all again real soon with my next video. So take care, folks out there. Stay safe. Bye-bye.